I'm 79 years old now. I'm a sleep medicine physician, and I sleep through most nights without waking up. That probably sounds like a small thing to celebrate, but when you get to my age, you realize how much of life you spent chasing solutions to problems that didn't matter while ignoring the ones that did. For years, I'd wake up 2, sometimes 3 times a night to use the bathroom. How much of life you spent chasing solutions to problems that didn't matter while ignoring the ones that did. For years, I'd wake up 2, sometimes 3 times a night to use the bathroom. I'd lie there afterward, staring at the ceiling, unable to fall back asleep, my mind running through everything I didn't get done that day. I tried everything. Cut out coffee after noon, drank less water in the evenings, bought a better mattress. Nothing worked. And every morning I'd wake up exhausted, dragging myself through another day, thinking this was just what getting older meant. Then about 6 months ago, my daughter came to visit and mentioned something her doctor told her. She said if you eat a small handful of pumpkin seeds before bed, it helps. Something about magnesium and how it relaxes the bladder. I didn't believe her at first. Sounded too simple. But I was tired enough to try anything. It worked. Within a week, I was sleeping through the night. I remember lying there that first morning, having slept 7 straight hours, feeling more rested than I had in years. And my first thought wasn't gratitude, it was anger. Anger that something so small, so easy, had been available all along and I'd suffered for nothing. But that wasn't really true, was it? I hadn't suffered for nothing. I'd suffered because I never asked. Never mentioned it to my doctor, because I assumed he'd just tell me it was normal for my age. Never brought it up to my wife when she was alive, because I didn't want to sound like I was complaining. Never researched it myself because I was always too busy with other things that seemed more important. That's been the pattern of my whole life, I think. Assuming things had to be hard. Assuming I had to figure everything out alone. Assuming there'd be time later to ask the questions I should have asked right away. I worked in manufacturing for 42 years. Started on the floor, worked my way up to management. I was proud of that. My father never made it past assembly line work, and I wanted to prove I could do better. So I stayed late, came in on Saturdays, volunteered for every project that might get me noticed, and it worked. I got promoted. Got a bigger paycheck. Got an office with my name on the door. My wife used to pack my lunch every morning. She'd put a little note in there sometimes, just a sentence or two. Hope your meeting goes well. Or, don't forget we're having dinner with the Millers tonight. Small things. I'd read them, smile, throw them away, and keep working. I don't remember when she stopped putting the notes in. I didn't notice it happening. One day I just realized it had been a long time since I'd seen one, and when I thought about asking her why, I figured maybe she just got busy too. We were both busy. That's what I told myself. My son played baseball in high school. He was pretty good. Not good enough for college scouts or anything, but good enough that his team made it to regional finals his junior year. I missed that game. Had a deadline at work. I told him I'd make the next one, and I meant it. But there wasn't a next one that mattered as much, and by the time I realized that, he'd graduated and moved on to other things. He never said anything about it. That's what I remember most. He never made me feel guilty. Just said, "It's okay, Dad," when I apologized later, and we never talked about it again. That's how it went with most things. They'd slip by quietly. No big confrontations. No moment where someone sat me down and told me I was getting it wrong. Just small distances growing wider. So slowly I didn't feel it happening. My wife got sick when I was 63. Breast cancer. They caught it early, and the doctors said the prognosis was good, but she'd need surgery and then radiation. She asked me to take time off work to go to her appointments with her. I said of course I would. And I did for the first few. But then there was a problem at the plant, and I was the only one who knew how to fix it, or at least that's what I told myself. So I missed one appointment. Then another. She said she understood. She always said she understood. She recovered, went into remission. We had 7 more years together after that, and I thought we were fine. I thought I'd dodged something. I thought there'd be time to make up for the appointments I missed, the conversations we didn't have, the moments I was physically there but thinking about work. She died on a Tuesday morning, heart attack. Sudden. She was making breakfast and just collapsed. By the time the ambulance came, she was gone. I found one of those old lunch notes a few weeks later, stuck in a book I was packing up. It said, "I'm proud of you." I don't remember what day she wrote it or what I'd done to earn it. I just stood there in the kitchen, holding this little piece of paper, trying to remember if I'd ever told her the same thing. I couldn't. That's when I started waking up at night. Not just to use the bathroom, just waking up. Lying there in the dark alone, thinking about all the things I'd assumed would always be available to say later. My son calls every Sunday. He's good about that. We talk for maybe 10 minutes. He tells me about his kids, his job, what he's been up to. I tell him I'm fine, everything's the same. We say we love each other and hang up. I don't know how to tell him I wish I knew him better. That feels like something I gave up the right to say a long time ago. I have routines now. I eat the pumpkin seeds before bed. I sleep through the night. I wake up, make coffee, watch the news, do the crossword. I see my daughter once a week when she comes to check on me. My grandkids visit sometimes, and they're polite and kind, but I'm mostly a stranger to them. I'm the old man who worked hard and provided for his family. That's the story they know. What they don't know is that I'd give back every promotion, every extra dollar I made. Every hour I spent proving I was valuable to people who forgot my name the day I retired, just to have one more morning with their grandmother, where I wasn't thinking about anything but her. But that's not how life works. You don't get to trade back. You just get to live with what you chose, even when you didn't realize you were choosing it. I think about the pumpkin seeds sometimes. How something so small made such a difference. How many other small things I walked past, ignored, assumed didn't matter. How many conversations I could have started with, I need help, or I don't know, or I'm scared. That might have changed everything. I don't know if you're young or old or somewhere in between. I don't know what you're busy with right now, or what you think you'll have time for later. I just know what I wish I'd understood when I still had the chance to do something about it. The people you love won't always be there. That's not pessimism. That's just true. And the work that feels so important right now, the things you think you have to do, the problems you think only you can solve, someone else will solve them when you're gone. Or they won't get solved and it won't matter as much as you think. But the moments you miss with the people who matter, those don't come back. There's no promotion that makes up for it. No amount of money or success or validation that fills that space. I sleep through the night now. But I wake up alone. And I'd trade every uninterrupted hour for one more morning of being too tired because I stayed up late talking to my wife about nothing important. Because that was everything. And I didn't know it. If you take anything from this, I hope it's just to ask the questions now. To say the things now. To be where you are now, with the people who are there with you. Instead of assuming you'll get another chance, you might. But you might not, and that's something I learned too late to do anything about except tell you.